Okay, what is up, everybody? DSP here, and welcome to the weekend preview for Sunday, August 11th, 2013. So, I have a few things to preface this with before we actually officially get started with the information in the weekend preview. First of all, it's been a technical blunder week, alright? So let's put it this way, both on Twitch TV and on YouTube, there have been major technical issues going on. First of all, on Twitch TV right now, if you guys are watching the stream, you're probably in the chat and realizing about now that the chat is massively delayed. The chat has been out of sync all week by about 30 to 45 seconds. So literally what you see me saying right now, if you type something, no one else is going to see it for like another 45 seconds. So for me, everything I see in the chat is delayed. So I just want to make that a clear. If you've been watching streams this week and you're like, what the hell? The chat doesn't seem like they're talking about what's going on in the video. That's what it is, all right? Number two, this week I'm using a new digital camcorder for all of my vlog style videos. Now, the frame rate seems to be much better with this camcorder than it was with my webcam, okay? And the video does seem a little bit clearer and crisper. I finally, after 3 attempts, I did Hate Live, then I did the Smart Guys. Finally, today with the weekend preview, I think I got the colors right. People are actually telling me on the stream right now that I look like I'm flesh-colored. I look like I'm human. The couch is actually brown. The wall is actually beigeish white, which is what it's supposed to be. So, for the first time, I think I've gotten the colors down with this camcorder. So, you know, baby steps, but we're getting there. Every day a little bit more improvement. However, on YouTube, if you're watching this video, I have absolutely no clue what it's going to look like. And let me explain why I'm saying that. YouTube, for some reason this week, they changed something in their processing process of videos. So you upload your video, and then it sits there on YouTube servers processing for a while, okay? For whatever reason, the processing on longer videos, so I'm talking videos longer than 10 minutes, has been completely screwed up this week. So, for example, both Hate Live and Smart Guys, when I uploaded them, people were saying they couldn't even watch it at first. If they tried to watch it, it would like just reset the whole video, which makes no fucking sense. Why does it do that? Then, after it processed, the video still looked like shit. Even if you put it to the 720p quality, it still looked like shit. And I don't know why, because I have the raw files on my computer, and I watched the raw files of the vlogs, and they look great. So I have absolutely no clue what YouTube is doing with these videos this week. Then yesterday I noticed with Smart Guys that after 12 hours of the video already being live, the 360p quality still wasn't even available. And then all of a sudden overnight it looks like maybe something else changed, and now the video looks a little bit better, but it's still not great. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. They're obviously fucking up. In fact, even today, just uploading videos, I was trying to upload Chrono Trigger, and it took over 3 hours to upload videos that, before this, whatever happened that screwed everything up, used to take like 45 minutes to an hour. So YouTube is all screwed up right now. So I apologize if you're watching this on YouTube and it doesn't look good. It's not the equipment. It's actually not the camcorder. It's not the fault of anything on this end. It's YouTube screwing with the processing. Okay? And I'm sorry about that. Alright, so now let's get to the meat of it. Let's get to the weekend preview and talk about what exactly you can expect coming up this week, because we got some great new content coming up, some new things being released, in addition to me continuing on with certain things. We got a really good Hate Live lined up for later this week, so it's going to be a good week, okay? So first of all, what can you expect tonight? Because right now I'm streaming the weekend preview. I'm going to upload it to YouTube immediately after I'm done recording this, okay? And you might say, well, what's the second stream going to be tonight? The second stream is going to be the conclusion of Chrono Trigger and or something additional. And the reason I say that is I'm basically, earlier today, got to the last dungeon in Chrono Trigger. The last dungeon's a little bit on the longer side, and then once I beat it, I got a boss fight, and then there's the final boss fight and the actual end of the game. Now, this is cool for two reasons. Number one, I've been playing Chrono Trigger for several weeks. It's going to be great to be able to experience the end of this game with you guys, alright? But number two, this officially marks the end of the Summer of Retro for 2013. Unfortunately, this is the last game in that series. I know I did have a couple other ideas like Final Fantasy IV, possibly Super Mario RPG, possibly Secret of Mana. You know, there were a few games that I had in there that I said I may do, but being that we are now pretty much almost completely through the summer, we've got about another 2 weeks left, and we are just on the verge of impending release after impending release. I'm not going to be playing any more games in the Summer of Retro, right? This is it. It ends tonight, so I would love if you guys could be there with me for the end of the Summer of Retro. Now, I said I may play something else as well, and you may be saying, you know, what are you talking about? Well, I don't think that the end of Chrono Trigger is going to take me 2 hours on stream to do. I think it's something that probably within 45 minutes I could beat it and then watch the ending, all right? I know that I did say that I will be doing some of the alternate endings, and there's a strong possibility I will be, but just not tonight. Maybe over the course of this week, every here and there I'll jump in, because what actually happens is there's certain endings you can only do at certain parts of the game, so technically you have to do a New Game Plus to get a bunch of them, all right? So, not tonight, but I may do the alternate endings, so I think people would be interested in seeing me do the alternate endings, okay? So, tonight, the conclusion of Chrono Trigger, then depending on when I beat it, how long it actually takes me, what I'm actually thinking of doing, rather than starting a whole new gameplay session, like I know a lot of people are saying they want Pikmin 3, the return of Pikmin 3, I don't think it's going to be tonight, I'll be honest with everyone. I think tonight I'm going to do the Saints Row 4 inauguration station for a male character, because I already did a female character. I made her look exactly like the She-Hulk, and that's probably going to be one of the characters, if not the character I use in my playthrough. However, I want to make a male character, and I have a great idea for a male character, so I think I'm going to do that tonight as well, okay? So that'll be the second stream tonight. Okay, Monday. What to expect on Monday? Monday is the return of Tales of Exilia. It's going to be the first stream. It's going to be a longer stream. I have been grinding like crazy, all right? I now have found an extremely good optional dungeon that's a grinding spot, and I've been grinding there like crazy, and I've actually found a rare monster that dropped one of the best weapons in the game. So one of my characters is pretty strong because of that, and I want to tear through it. I'm really into the story of the game, and I want to tear through it and see how far I can get on Monday in Tales of Exilia. So that's the first stream, okay? Okay, the second stream on Monday will be Pikmin 3. So don't worry, for those of you who are fans of Pikmin, it's not going anywhere, and I'm not quitting on the game. It's just that tonight I'm just not going to have enough time to play it. It's returning tomorrow night on second stream. Okay, everybody? Tuesday. On Tuesday, we've got 2 new releases. Now, they're not retail releases. Let's clarify here, all right? On Tuesday, we've got the DLC for Injustice. It's another new character. That's right, they're still releasing characters for this game. It's pretty nuts. Zatanna. Zatanna is a cool, sexy character in the DC Comics universe. She comes out on Tuesday, so the first stream on Tuesday will be all about Zatanna, just like we've done with all the other DLC characters in Injustice. We're going to be going into training mode, learning her. We're going to be going into arcade ladder mode, seeing her ending, and then we're going to go online, and we're going to play online with Zatanna, okay? And, of course, those videos, since I'll be so many with the matches, will be uploaded over the course of this week. The second stream on Tuesday night is going to be a little bit later than usual, so let me explain why. It's because on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be appearing on the Gamer Talk Live podcast, which live streams here on Twitch, on Kane Bringing the Pain's Twitch TV channel. Let me actually go to the tweet. It was actually Anthony, who's kind of like the co-host of the show, who contacted me about this, and we're going to be talking about a variety of topics, but we're going to have one major focus, and there are going to be some questions that I am going to be answering. So here he is from Anthony. He tweeted me. He says, if you plan on mentioning your appearance on the Weekend Preview, the show is called Gamer Talk Live, and my name is Anthony. I believe the name of the channel is Kane Bringing the Pain. I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to get that information before we go live on Tuesday, and I'll tweet it out there so everyone knows exactly where to find the show, okay? But basically, it's this guy, Kane, and his co-host, Anthony, and they're going to be there together. The topic this week of this podcast is actually about the game rating system and the gaming media. How just by looking at one website or looking at Metacritic and seeing a number score, how it's affecting gamers, and how a lot of gamers are seeing a score that may or may not be skewed because of one thing or another, and that people are being affected and missing out on games and refusing to play certain games because of these scores. We're going to talk all about the effect of that, okay? And I consider myself a semi-expert on the subject, considering I've been independently reviewing games for years, and a lot of the times the things that I see in the mainstream media that they're saying about these games, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Or on the flip side, the mainstream media completely is loving a game, kissing its ass, and I play it, I'm like, it's not as good as they said it was. They're full of shit. So, That's going to be interesting. But, of course, yes, I am going to be there to also be answering some questions. And undoubtedly, some of the questions we're going to be getting are going to be about all kinds of stuff that's been going on with me. Some supposedly fan backlash, although I'll tell you right now, it's not fan backlash at all. But I digress. We're going to be probably answering questions live from the stream chat, and from, I guess, people have been submitting questions to these guys to ask me. I've already told them I am not going to be addressing a couple specific things because I don't want to draw attention to people who I feel don't deserve it, and the only reason that they're getting attention is because they've been talking about me, and they just don't need to have any more attention brought towards them, all right? So it's not going to be specifically talking about that kind of stuff, but a more generalized discussion about myself and a lot of different things. So that's coming up Tuesday night, 8 p.m., I'm going to be on Gamer Talk Live. After that ends, I'm immediately going to begin my second stream, which is going to be DuckTales Remastered, which comes out for the PlayStation 3 on that day, okay? So, the thing is about DuckTales, a lot of people don't know this if they didn't play the game, it's very short. DuckTales, if you know exactly what you're doing, you can probably beat the game in like an hour and a half to 2 hours, tops. Now, for someone who doesn't remember everything, like me, it's probably going to take me a few hours to beat, but I'm not going to be able to beat it in one sitting, but it'll be a shorter stream of that, and then I'll continue playing that over the course of the week. And so, what's going to be coming up for the rest of this week? Well, Wednesday, I'm probably going to be doing more Tales of Exile, and pair that with more Pikmin 3, or maybe more DuckTales. It all depends on how far I've gotten in these games, I have to see. Thursday as well, the first stream is I'm not going to say what it is right now, simply because we have to see how far I get in the other games first before I make a statement about what it's going to be. But it's going to be the continuation of one of those 3 games. The second stream on Thursday is actually going to be Hate Live, my ongoing podcast. Now, this podcast is going to have some interesting topics, all right? First of all, the Back in the Day segment, what I'm going to talk about on the podcast is going to be all about the fighting game community and about my history in the fighting game community. I'm going to talk about some of my days when I traveled for tournaments. I'm going to talk about some of my greatest accomplishments and my crappiest fumbles and foibles, including losing $1,000 money matches. And no, that's not a joke. I'm not embarrassed. It was pretty bad. And that's the problem with competition, is you get addicted to it so much that you start making crazy gambles and stuff. And let's just say my betting history in fighting games hasn't turned out so well. It's going to be a really good Back in the Day segment. It's going to have lots of insight into my history as a fighting game player. I think you're really going to enjoy it if you're into that, okay? But, you know, we're also going to address all the gaming news and stuff that happens this week. I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen this week. I'll be talking about all the games that I'm trying out, the end of the summer of retro, and how I feel it really went down. We're going to be talking about a lot of subjects, okay? So Hate Live this Thursday. Don't miss it. It's going to be great. And by the way, Hate Live from last week is live on the King of Hate vlogs. If you weren't aware, because I didn't do it for like 2 or 3 weeks, it is live over on the King of Hate vlogs, and you can check that out right now, albeit the color's off. It doesn't look as good as this vlog because I just now mastered the colors of my new camera, okay? Alright. In addition to that, Friday. So Friday, again, first stream will be the continuation of whatever game I haven't beaten. Now, Friday night is going to be different because, as you know, what I've been trying to do every Friday night is do Friday night Dark Souls, and then it was Friday night Demon Souls. This has been an ongoing series I've been doing since April 1st. So April, May, June, July, and now August, 4.5 months, this is what I've been doing on my second stream on Fridays and or Saturday if John Rambo was here on a Friday. So you might be saying to yourself, what's going to happen? Well, this week, I'm going to leave it up in the air, and let me explain why. Right now, I'm going to be juggling 3 games. Tales of Exile, Pikmin 3, and DuckTales. I don't want to promise, oh, I'm going to be doing Fallout Fridays or Fighting Game Friday nights, and the next thing I know, come Friday, I'm actually behind on a bunch of games. It looks like maybe I'm not going to have enough time to beat them, and it's like, shit, I really should have just used that stream for that. So on Friday night, it's up in the air. If I've gotten significantly far in Pikmin 3 and Tales of Xillia and DuckTales, I may be doing either Friday Night Fallout or Friday Night Fighting Games. I'm not positive, but I'm actually leaning more towards Fallout right now because I'm already going to be playing Injustice on Tuesday, and that's a fighting game. So that's going to have a big fighting game fix for anyone who likes my fighting game footage. You're going to get that on Tuesday, okay? So more than likely, it's a possibility I'll be doing Fallout 3 Friday, but I'm not promising that. It depends on how far I get in those other games. Saturday, John Rambo will be here for Smart Guys, and for the first time in a month, we'll be simulating the WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view in WWE 13 using all the custom wrestlers and music and stuff that we got last time around. So we're going to have all that for you, okay? And that's going to be fun. We had a lot of fun doing it last month, doing it as a stream style on Twitch where it's literally like you're watching the pay-per-view. We have ad breaks and everything in between the matches that we're commentating. And then if we actually get far enough and we get through it quickly, we'll do more Dragon's Crown, but I don't want to promise that either. Depends on how long it actually takes to do the simulation matches, okay? Alright, so then Sunday is going to basically be the leftovers. What didn't I get to during the course of this week, okay? What didn't I beat? If I'm still playing Tales of Xillia, that's what you're going to see. If I'm still playing Pikmin 3, that's what you're going to see, okay? Now, next week, not this week coming up, but the week after is insane. 3 huge major releases that people are dying to get their hands on and both play and watch playthroughs of are coming up in that week. You've got Saints Row 4, alright? You've got Splinter Cell Blacklist, which a lot of people are excited for because the last Splinter Cell game I played, unfortunately I never got to beat because that was when my original Dark Side Phil channel got shut down for false copyright claims for a few weeks. And so I had to basically quit the game because there was other stuff out by the time my channel came back. And also, the Bureau XCOM Declassified. All that week. 3 major games in the same week. And so, what I'm going to do is be juggling those 3 games for 4 straight days, playing them hardcore. I'm probably going to be streaming more than usual, just to warn everyone. I may be streaming earlier than usual, alright? So there's going to be more content than usual on the stream that week, but I'm going to be having all those videos saved up so that when I go on vacation the last week of August to Chicago, that I'll have video footage queued up for you guys to watch. And again, yes, I do want to say I am going on vacation the last week of August, just so there's no surprise to anyone. I'll be in Chicago with my girlfriend Panda Lee for her birthday. We've got an awesome itinerary all planned out, and we're going to have vlogging live from there. Not live from there, sorry, but vlogging from there. That's part of the reason I got this new camcorder as well, because I wanted to have high-quality vlogs from Chicago. And I'll be honest, the Sony camera can be a bit cumbersome. This is a nice lightweight unit that I can carry around with me. So since that's coming up, I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want you to say, oh, you know, he has these 3 games, but he only got to play a little bit of them and now he's on vacation. I want to have these videos played and saved up so that I can upload them over the course of my time off so you're not missing out on anything, all right? Because then when I come back, there's even more games coming out, which we're going to talk about at a later date, all right? So that's kind of a future view for my week in preview. I wanted to give you a rough idea of what to expect coming up in the next few weeks, so that way, you know, you're all accumulated and you know exactly what to be expecting. Blech. Had a little tongue twister there. So the only other thing left over to really address is you might be saying to yourself, now Phil, you mentioned Hate Live, right? You mentioned Smart Guys, but outside of those 2, and of course the weekend preview next Sunday, what vlogs will you have in store for us on the King of Hate HD this week? Well, the bottom line is, right now, I do not have any DSP Trizit saved up. I've actually used up all of the DSP Trizit product from around me, alright? There are other things that I'm considering, but unless I get to them this week, there's not going to be a DSP Trizit. So what I may start doing is a couple of things. The first thing I may do, alright, is a series of reviews and or maybe similar to what I did with my gaming headphones. Remember when I showed you all these headphones and we did the walkthrough videos on that? What I may do is some walkthrough videos on my capture software. I may show you my capture devices, alright? Show you what they look like, what are the limitations, how are they powered, how do they work, what software do they come with, how does it interact with other software like XSplit. So I may do walkthrough videos of each of those, similarly to how I did with my headphones, alright? And then what I might do is an overall review video where I say this is the one I think is the best, or this is the one for my setup is the best, so that you guys, if you're looking to go into direct capture at any time, it'll be kind of a helpful video series for you. So a lot of people contacted me about the headphone videos and said they loved them because they were looking for a gaming headphone set, and based off of the information that I provided in that video series, they were able to make an intelligent and informed decision. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do for this week, possibly. Also, I have a lot of Project 7 behind-the-scenes videos saved up from years ago. Yeah, that's right, back in 2011, when we were originally filming the first episode of Project 7, we got a bunch of behind-the-scenes footage. and I've only uploaded a few of those videos. I may upload some more of those this week as filler in between the days that don't have any vlogs coming out, alright? So, that's a rough idea of what to expect this week coming up between the 2 new releases with the DLC and DuckTales, the ongoing playthroughs, the conclusion of Chrono Trigger, and the end of the Summer of Retro, a new episode of Hate Live, more Smart Guys, a pay-per-view simulation. I mean, there's so much going on this week. I hope that you'll join me for it. And as always, I appreciate your ongoing attention, your ongoing support. The fact that there are people, you know, here it is. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, there's a stream on Twitch TV with 290,000 people watching the finals of some game, Dota 2 or something. I don't even know. And there's people, over 600 people have taken the time out to watch my Weekend Preview live. That's awesome. It is. And as I've said, even though the Summer of Retro, a lot of it has been JRPGs, and people have been saying they're not really liking it and they're not really watching it, the views are still there. I'm still getting pretty much average the views that I get normally. So I want to thank everyone for actually still watching the content, even though if what I'm currently putting out isn't your cup of tea, that there is content there that I put out that you are entertained by and you are watching it, and I am extremely grateful, especially during these down months of the summer when a lot of the games that are coming out people just don't enjoy and or end up being flops, or there is just no games. There have been weeks and weeks where there was no new releases at all, okay? So thanks a lot, everyone. And this is going to pretty much be almost like the wrap-up week for the summer, where we end all the ongoing projects and we start fresh for the fall. That hardcore gaming season is coming, so it's the final month, the final week of the summer dog days. I'm excited to finish up some of these games and to move on and push ahead into the hardcore gaming season. And I'm very happy that you guys are along for the ride with me. Okay, all right, that is it. Thanks a lot, everyone, for attending the stream. If you're watching this on Twitch, no need to go anywhere, because within 15-20 minutes I'm going to be setting up and we're going to be right back over to Chrono Trigger. If you're watching this on YouTube, again, I apologize if it doesn't look good because YouTube is butchering videos, but if it is going live relatively shortly, which I hope it does, again, I don't know, because I don't know how long it's going to take to upload to YouTube, you may be able to catch the end of the Chrono Trigger stream and or the Saints Row 4 Inauguration Station stuff tonight if you have a chance. If not, thanks for watching, and I hope that you'll join me for all the new gameplay and excitement this week. Everyone, have a good night. For the Weekend Preview, I'm DSP signing off. Peace out. See you later.